Okay, today I am going to make some butter with my wonderful raw milk. So the first thing we need to do is skim some cream off of this milk. And I don't think the lighting is very good. I don't know if you can see the cream line here. Probably not. My kitchen does not get very good lighting. I don't know if you can see it. It's right about there. Where all of that is cream, and so I'm gonna scoop that off of there, and it is beautiful cream, beautiful creamy cream. I love it. So I'm going to go ahead and skim whatever cream I can get from these 3 jars. Okay, here's my cream. I got just shy of 2 cups. I don't really like doing a batch unless I have at least 2 cups, so we're gonna go with that because that's going to make, that'll actually make less than a cup of butter, and then the rest will be buttermilk. That's about all I can ever manage to get in a week's worth of my milk, so that's what I do. So this is the easy peasy version here. You just gonna pour my cream here in my mixer, and this is just a little cheap standalone hand mixer. It's nothing fancy. If you have a fancy one, awesome. This might even work faster. I don't know, but as it is, we're just gonna put this down here. I'm gonna turn it on high, and I'll check in and we'll see as the consistency changes, so you can kind of see what it looks like. So here we go. Okay, let's see. It's probably been almost 10 minutes. Not quite. And what have we got so far? We've got a nice whipped cream going on. So obviously it's gonna, when you whip cream, it's gonna turn into whipped cream first thing. And we're just gonna keep going. Woohoo, here we go. Okay, I stopped it again for a minute because I just wanted to show you this. It's like this awesome, beautiful, thick whipped cream now. It was kind of still a little liquidy before, but now it's so yummy, and I just kind of want to throw some sugar in there and eat it just the way it is. That would be a good treat. But alas, I'm going to continue on so that we can have butter. Okay, let's see, it's been about 20 minutes, I think, and just checking in here, it's starting to shrink back down. I don't really know how well that you can tell on this video, but pretty soon what we're watching for is you'll start to see some liquid sloshing around in there as it separates from the fat, and yeah, we'll show you when that happens. Okay, now we're getting it really sloshy and liquidy here. There's the buttermilk in there, all that liquid, and then we've got some chunks here starting to separate, and there's the butter. And so usually at this point it's getting really, really, really close. There's a lot of butter in there, but I'm just gonna whip it a little bit more. Okay, so there we have it. Look at that. All those nice yellow buttery chunks in there, and all the liquid buttermilk. So anyway, the next step here, and I have my little helper, Shaylin, because I need more than one hand here. And so I just have a mason jar here and my jar funnel and a piece of cheesecloth I'm going to stick over it, and we're going to pour the buttermilk down in there. Okay, honey, can you just hold this right up here? Like hold that on there? Yeah. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and pour that in there. Gotta watch what I'm doing here. Make sure all that buttermilk gets in there, because we're going to save it, and then we're going to use it. Woohoo! Okay, I think we got most of it. Take that off, because we're going to use that again here. We're going to have to rinse off the butter next. Okay, so what we have there is homemade buttermilk. Ta-da! You want to say ta-da?
Ta-da!
Yay! And we'll stick that in the fridge, and we'll probably use that in the next day or two in some kind of baking recipe, a muffin or something. So anyway, that's what we do with the buttermilk. And then the rest of this, we need to rinse. So we'll just bring it over here to the sink. Get it in there. You just want to rinse it off. Turn it off there. It's a little challenging here, one-handed. So we're just going to rinse that off. Okay, alright, so after I rinsed it off, just did the same thing where put the cheesecloth over a bowl and drained it in there and just dumped that water. And this is what we have left. A ball of butter. And I already dumped the water, but also kind of did this and squeezed it out and made sure we got out, there's some more extra water, just kind of squeeze it out a little, get out some of that water. And if you want to kind of leave it hanging to make sure you get all the water out, that's fine. We're going to dump that there. So then, what we have here, you want to help me out, honey? Open that up. And look at our yummy butter. There you go. It's yellow and everything, like butter, but it's real butter. It's raw butter. It's so good for you. And so I'll probably just pat that with some paper towels and then just stick it in a little plastic container. Stick it in my fridge. Thanks, babe, for helping me. You're my best helper.
You're welcome. You're my best mommy.
Oh, thanks, sweetie. That was not staged at all. Shaylin decided she wanted a piece of bread, homemade bread, fresh out of the bread maker, with some of our homemade butter. And I just put it in a little container like that. Stick a lid on it and keep it in the fridge. That's where I recommend keeping it. It'll last longer. How's it taste, baby?
It tastes yummy. It tastes like butter.
Oh, it tastes like butter. Good. Well, that was the goal.